All right, morning everybody. My name is Daniel Flanagan. This is my student choice speech for Central Texas College. For the camera, this is my audience. Everybody wave. Say what's up, CTC.
Hello.
Yay. All right, have you guys ever wanted to go to an interview or a meeting, but you want to look nice, and you go to figure out that all your clothes are wrinkled, but you don't know how to iron or anything? Well, I have a really easy solution. It's 3 simple steps how to properly iron your shirts. Step 1 is going to be gathering your equipment. Step 2 is going to be preparing your shirt to iron. And then step 3 is going to be physically ironing your shirt. So, as everyone here knows, first impressions are very important. They can make or break you in anything. So, we're going to move on. Step 1 is going to be gathering your equipment. The equipment you're going to need to iron is going to be an ironing board. You're going to need an iron, just like this. And then you're going to need the shirt you're going to need to iron. And you're probably going to need a cup of water, and I'll explain why for the next step. So now we're going to move into the next step, which is going to be preparing your shirt to iron. So just need to get the ironing board, set it up. Make sure you set it up near a plug, obviously for the iron. Once you put your iron down, okay, and then once your iron's down, go ahead and set your shirt on the ironing table. Now, my iron is different. It's cordless, like the charging base charges it. So you need to, most irons have a cord to it. So make sure that when you're putting it near the wall, have like a range that way you can move around without tugging the iron or pulling the iron out. And then you need to set your iron, well, you need to fill your iron up with water if you haven't done so already. Mine already has water in it, but if you're just using iron for the first time, you need to add water. The reason being, if you don't, then your iron's not going to work at all. So once you've done this, you need to set the iron up itself for the iron of the shirt. The important thing is, like, how do you set the iron? You need to read the tags of your clothes. This is going to be set to high, but it's very important that with dress shirts especially, that you read the tags, because if you don't and you set it to high and just iron it, you're going to burn a hole through it and you're going to ruin your shirt. So, like I said, this one's on high, but just make sure you check it and then set it to the appropriate setting. Now, when you set it to your setting, it's going to take about 3 minutes to warm up. So make sure you give time to actually heat your iron up, or it's going to take a minute for it to actually work again. So after you've done this, all these things, and completed all this, you're ready to move on to the final stage, which is going to be actually ironing your shirt. So when you iron, I always iron down. It's more of like a thing to me, but just iron down. You don't have to push hard, just nice and firm, and just iron down. Now, if you want to make creases, some people like creases in their pants and their shirts. All you have to do is get your shirt, put it like however crease you want to make it, lay it flat on the ironing board, and then you don't have to push down hard, just nice, gentle, like 5 or 6 times, and you'll have your crease. Okay, you don't have to do anything crazy. A lot of people want to push down really hard. It doesn't make a difference. And then this is just for me personally. I like really nice collars. I hate when my collars you guys have seen them, the collars are all like bent like this or out of shape. So I always like to get my collar nice. So I put it nice on the ironing table, and then I'll iron it as such. That way it looks nice and flat. But this is just my preference. So if you guys don't want to do it, you don't have to. But I think it looks better. And then once you've done, if you do iron the collar, check the back one more time, because sometimes you get more wrinkles again from ironing it. So just do one last glance over, and make sure your shirt's good how you want it. Make sure there's no extra wrinkles on it. And then when you're done, all you gotta do is hang it up. Now, just another tip, for whenever you're done ironing, you're gonna wanna, when you turn your iron off, let it sit, because it took about 3 to 5 minutes to warm up. It's gonna take about 3 to 5 minutes to cool down. Okay, a lot of people just want to unplug it and put it away, but if you put a hot iron somewhere where there's flammable things, it's not a good idea. So, not saying anything is going to happen, but there's a possible hazard there, so make sure you be aware of that. And then just make sure you put everything up back where you got it. Now, before we conclude, we're just going to go ahead and review the steps one more time. So step 1 is going to be, again, gathering your equipment, which is what we have. Step 2 is going to be preparing your shirt to iron. Make sure you read the tag and make sure you read the iron before you start ironing. A lot of people get complacent and they just want to start ironing and they don't read the tag. And like I said, you can burn your shirt and then you ruined a $20 or $30 shirt. And then actually basically ironing your shirt. And I gave you guys a couple tips and tricks of when you're ironing if you guys want to know that. Now that you've learned these steps, it's a pretty easy process. You've successfully learned how to iron a shirt and impress whoever you're trying to impress at the office, or you're trying to get a new job interview, or you're just meeting somebody but you want to look nice. You successfully learned how to iron your shirt. I want to thank everyone for their time coming out here. This concludes my speech.